This past Sunday, we discussed those messy seasons in life where we may experience doubt in our faith, doubt in God's goodness or his faithfulness or his divinity. And we discussed that the first step in strengthening our faith in those messy seasons is first, well, just humbly admitting to ourselves and to God that we have unbelief in the first place, but trusting in him anyway. We call this faith. What I find in myself, and I'm sure the same is true for you, is that when I'm in those seasons in my life where it seems like God has walked away from me, it isn't actually him who's being unfaithful, but rather me who's been putting my faith in something or someone else. You see, oftentimes we tend to put our faith in things or in people that will eventually disappoint us. And when they do eventually disappoint us, since we've put them in that place of God in our lives, we blame God. Here's what I mean. When we put our trust and faith in our finances, we can blame God when something happens, like we're injured and we're no longer able to work. Or when we put our trust and our faith in our families, and then maybe your spouse or your kid disappoints you. And since we've put those things in the place of God, we blame God. Maybe we put our trust and faith in our political team, whatever it may be, and then when they lose, since we've put them in such high esteem, we blame God. Or maybe we put our trust and we devote our lives to our own comfort. And then when something happens and we're called out of our comfort zone, since we've put it in such high esteem, we blame God. I think you get the picture. When we put our faith in things and people that aren't God, we are prone to feel empty and disappointed when those things eventually do disappoint us. But listen to what Christ says in Matthew 7. It says, "Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had a foundation on the rock." In those seasons of doubt in your life, ask yourself this question. What am I building my life on? Is it Christ? Or is it something else? Is it the rock? Or is it shifting sands? You see, because when we put our faith in the things of this world, they are prone to fail. And if we put them in a God place in our lives, oftentimes we can get them confused for God himself. But when we put our faith in the rock, in Christ, we will always stand, no matter the seasons of life, no matter the messy seasons of doubt, no matter what comes your way. When we build our lives on the rock, we will stand.